Alright, hello buddy. Oh, and there's the thing at the top again. Maybe I can fix that easily here. What if I move the camera? No, okay. I still move the green screen up. Seems like I shouldn't have to move the green screen up. Oh, and the other side needs to be moved up. Okay, that should be fixed? No. That side is that side. That's because the blind is in the way. Got it. Okay. Welcome in, everyone. Today we're doing more work on the GMTK Jam game. So for anybody who hasn't seen the game yet, I will play it in the back here. It is essentially Snake. I'm in the tutorial right now. Let's see if I can disable that real quick. Here. I'll just reverse this check. So if I go into here, you can see the game. You can eat food, move around. Very similar to Snake. Once you hit 10 score, you are able to pick an upgrade to upgrade yourself with. Snake but not Snake, but also a Snake, but also there's a twist. True. At 10 score, you can pick an upgrade, and then enemies start spawning. So the enemies in this zone are just rocks. But if you eat enough, you grow in size, and then there's more advanced enemies. So we pick an upgrade there, and now enemies are going to start spawning. There's one. You can see it's just a rock. If I hit it, then we take some damage. Then you can also do a loop near it to destroy it. Bonk, yeah. Loop system's temporary right now until the actual loop system's in. Theoretically, you would do a loop around the rock, but that's not in yet. And then you can grow and then eat the fence that was trapping you. That's what the game is looking like right now. I'm currently working on the tutorial system before people throw into the game. And that's pretty much all I'll be doing this stream to get that up. Before I do that though, I realized I need to get my YouTube chat. Because I did not pop that out yet. Docs, YouTube chat, paste this in here. There we go, live chat. There we go, now I can see the YouTube side. You will be doing game deal at some point, might be now, might be later. True, that will probably happen. But mostly tutorial. So there's one specific game I want to base the avatar size on. And that is Billiard Hero. So let me open this up real quick. Or, oh no, there's no example of it talking. Okay, so that's the kind of... This is a good thumbnail. Is Tiny Checkers a better example? No, I think Billiard Hero better the ones. But basically I want to do a similar style of twin. I don't think I've even played this one. But yeah, I'll do something to Billiard Hero. So in Billiard Hero, the sprite kind of goes out and then back in every time it advances. It squishes down and goes out. got it. You're ruining our time. Hurry up. I am hurrying up. Don't worry, I've got friends on the inside of the time bureau, so I'm gonna get them to slow down time a bit. Where's dialogue? Dialogue's here. And then the avatar, it's like this right now. The question is, how big do I want to make this? I guess I'll do... My uncle works at Big Time. What if I do 96 wide, 128 up? Let me try that. And then let's say we've got the person drawing, so we've got the body that's going around here, and then typically head is like here. Save that under dialogue. Avatar test.png. Move that a bit to the right. Then in here, we drag that in. Reset the size. It is reset. And then that would go down here. I don't want name. I feel like that works. I'll make the actual box smaller. To do that, I have to open this in File Manager, then drag it into Sprite. Okay. So how do I want to do this? I guess it depends on what the rest of the UI is going to look like. I'll just do size for now, and then we can do the visuals later. But size is probably going to be something around... this. I'll set it to be a circle corner. Go over here. Cut this out a bit. Select everything, flip it, paste. And then on the inside, it will be darker. And that will be exported. And over here, this is what it looks like. Do I put the avatar in front or behind? Maybe in front. If I do behind, though, I could do something like this. I guess either works. Maybe over here. Maybe it'd have to be further up. Let me test this in game. Okay, that's like that. And then if I reverse it. Okay, I think I like this the most. Maybe I will... change the shape a bit, though. So what if I do this? And then instead of this, we get a brush and then go up here. Fill that in. Export. Like that. I'm going to change this so it has the theme. Material gets theme. It's not, oh, theme is in here. And then maybe decrease the height a bit. To around here. I like this the most. I'm going to move it downwards a tiny bit though. And then cut this, get a bit here, flip it, move it over here. Oh, I hear a train. Looks like the tracks are open. It's a bit too far out. Okay, so how do people normally handle this? Text box stays, and then player gonna grab some food. Does anyone want anything? Like how just framing. Can you get me some slime? Of the edible variety. What happens if I go inside the snake? Okay, it damages but instantly heals. Slime banana. Slime bean. Slime chili. Those are edible. I feel like those don't go well together though. Meat slime. So when this starts up, how does this start up? Does it just increase in size? It does. Okay, I'm gonna change it. Here. No. is on hide. Where's the on show? Trigger dialog. Here. We're going to scale the position Y. To 280 or 0.5. Oh, that's text box changing. So I want to change graphics. So be graphics, then text box. Avatar. Text box avatar is going to go to 0, and then graphics is also going to go to 0. And at the start, graphics.position.y equals -200. Textbox avatar.position.y equals -200. Oh, modulates transparent. I do not want that. But it has to be positive. Okay, so that did it parallel. Let's get a tiny bit of delay. Over here, what if I set this to 100? How close to the top is that? Okay, that's fine. What if it's 50? Okay, that still shows a bit. How much though? Around there, okay. The 75 should be good. Unless I expand up the avatar. Text equals empty, and pop tween. If graphics.position.y not equal 0, then pop tween. And it should do this. There we go. So that pops in, sets it to empty. And then if text tween dot kill, I'll do a variable for that. Text tween equals create tween. Text tween dot tween property. On the text box text, that will change visible ratio. Is that what it's called? Visible ratio to 1 over 0.5 dot set delay. If this not equals 0, it will be 0.5. Else it will be 0. Text equals line. Visible ratio equals 0. How does that look? Invalid assignment property key text with value type dictionary on base object type rich text label. What's that dictionary? What was it before? It was line.text. Oh, the train horn is closer. Everyone prepare for the train to arrive into the station. Alright, that looks better. Why did the avatar not go all the way up? Minus 48. That shows now. Next up, make the graphic do a tween when the dialogue changes. Bar squish tween. Squish tween dot tween interval. Do a delay if it is adding there. And then once that's done, it's going to... Let me set parallel. And then chain. Once that's done, it's going to squish and then go back. So that will be text box avatar, squish down, scale y goes to 0.9 or 0.5, and scale x goes to 1.1. I'll do it over 0.25, then chain, and then go back to normal. And in this, I'll also set ease out, set transformation to bounce. Well, that does not move correctly. Let me make it a lot more visible so I can debug it. Oh, it's because the pivot point. There we go. Where did the music go? That's because Ballad of Cats. Okay, that does not look correct. What was the pivot to the bottom? It's like that. And over here is set to elastic. Over here I just do trans quad. That's better. If I do a lot slower in elastic. That looks a lot better. Okay, I think it should be good for now. So we got the squish train now. I can start working on the actual wizard sprites. What's Paper Games working on? Maybe UI? They did the zone 2 objects and the upgrade icons. It's not UI yet. I don't know what's in the text box, but I'm probably gonna have to wait for that. What if I had text effects? That's gonna be a day 4 thing. I'm not gonna add that now. I'll add the tutorial lines, I guess. So over here, what's after crack? Garden. That'll be after 4 seconds. In the snake, I guess I'll do it in egg, where it cracks here. This would be not there. Cracking animation. One if persister dot get value in tutorial. Else normal. So that make it go slower. I'm going to have to fix the spaces. There's basically no spaces right now. Visual ratio also make it type out slower. Over 1. Oh no. I've been trained. Okay, now over here is also going to be a trigger if you hit a wall. If persister dot get value in tutorial start, maybe? Then trigger tutorial wall. And then tutorial move after waiting a bit. Create timer for dot timeout. So what happens here? It's not tutorial start, so it's not triggering that. Tutorial start true. If resistor get value tutorial walled return. Then won't do the garden line if it walls. And then over here, we're going to persistor.persist data. Is it tutorial walled? Tutorial walled. True. It still doesn't show. Oh, when persistor get value zone is greater than or equal to 2. Else. And then we'll do this default. It does not knock back though. Why? Apply knockback is called. Oh, it's because we await here? Okay, was there a slight delay on that? No, it's because of the camera. Maybe I make the snake slower when you're in the tutorial. And then the egg is jumping frames a bit. The persistor give value in tutorial. Is it because of the order? It is. I'll do a tiny bit of delay on everything here. Alright. And that's going to do that. And that's going to trigger the next series of dialogue. which will be relating to food. Move interval. Const tutorial move interval is half the time. This if resistor dot get value in tutorial start, else move interval. Then copy that to the other spots. What's this one? Okay, I think the body parts. I'll just paste it into these. Play. So this should be half the speed. Maybe instead of being like this, the interval increases over time. What happens if I just set this to 25? How does that feel? Hey, welcome in. I'm doing more work at my GMTK game. Let's do in snake a 3 second instead of 4 second. Like I want the snake to be over top of the egg. In that case, I'm going to have to go to world, go to the egg, set index is currently 0. What is on snake? 10. Okay. So egg, I'll set to 11. It's still below. Wait. Oh. No, egg, yeah, egg should be below. Wait. So 0 would make it below. What's happening here? So we got world, we've got snake. Set index 10. Why is it not sorted? What happens if I move snake? Oh, I can't move snake. Change the index for control. That's not what I'm doing. Is there some value that would change? Okay, if I set it to a negative value, say -1. No, -2. Is it because the body is a separate one? So if I do body here, and I do like 10, you know, that doesn't fix it. If I select these and then do body 10, so index 10, that fixes it. Why would that fix it? Body part, ordering Z index 10. I'll start the snake as a 3 length, maybe? So then you can't loop. What's the deal here? This is basically a snake. Except there's things that happen when you loop around into yourself. Theoretically, everything you surround would take damage. And then there's enemies that are trying to attack you. I'm currently doing the tutorial, so we're not in the main gameplay at the moment, but you can see the movement here. Okay, yeah, that's based on tutorial start. Okay. So now what I want to do is where I collide. Oh, where's that? It's walled here. So if it triggers this, it's going to wait a bit. Actually, it's going to wait until you press a directional button. What's the best way to deal with that? Should I just await it? Await input dot. There's only the functions, but I can really await that. Are you rubber ducking or legit asking for a suggestion? Or if anybody in chat has a suggestion, you can throw one, but basically what I want to do is I was going to explain and I forgot what I was going to explain. Right. I'm going to make it so if somebody presses a directional button, so W, A, S, or D, it would wait 3 seconds and then show the next tutorial text. So I'm just going to be looking at the docs right now to see how to fix that. Okay. I could do a loop and then wait for that there. Timer's good enough? What if somebody doesn't press a directional button though? And then they miss the text? I have an idea. Plunk, wait for move. While true, await sketchy process frame. Do you start the timer until they press it? Yeah, I just need to figure out when they press it though. If input dot is action just pressed left, then return true. Oh no, I break. Okay. Or right, or up, or down. Because that's an input and signal on the UI element you want them to acknowledge. True. That would then continually check, even if it's outside the phase, though. Yeah, we'll see if this works. If not, I can swap to that. Oh, wait for move. Okay. And then do a timer. And then trigger tutorial food stage. Alright, maybe I need to do something to show it acknowledges it. Before I do that, in here I'll do the same. Trigger tutorial food stage. Trigger.listen tutorial food stage on tutorial food stage. Do a callback. And then I'll do dialog dot hide. Is there a way to hide it? Test 2. What do I do for this? Hide dialog. Enjoy the lurk. So here we ram into the wall. It says press directional buttons to steal, to use directional buttons to move. So it's not doing anything. Then once I press a button, oh wait, does not have an argument. There we go. Now it should be good. There's gonna be an ad break in a sec. During the ad break, I'm going to add some more dialogue lines, and then I can show them after. And now it hides. There we go. But I will have to add lines for spawning food, and then make the food start spawning. Good job, man. Thank you. Okay, quick stretch. How does it feel with the faster snake speed? Game duel time? Okay. I'll set up a game duel during the ad break, and then we'll do game duel after the ads are done. I think I like faster speed more, to be honest. Let's see how it feels if you're going straight. Okay. And then... Why do 3 here? This is going to be a 2 instead. So somebody's new to the game, egg hatches, they go out of it. Use your extra buttons to move. Nice. I'm gonna hide the back letter in the tutorial, probably. For now, let me get the other dialogue line. Tutorial. Here's a line, tutorial food, no rules. Line 1. I'll do normal. I can do this. So I just don't have to polish up the lines yet. I can do that later, but it's like finally the egg is hatching. Greetings, my child. Use directional buttons to move. Maybe I can lore dump here before I spawn in food. Or if I dump after the food. What if I mention the need to grow? Here's some food, so you can grow up nice and strong. There you go. I'll do that for now. Ads are done, so let's do the game duel. For anybody who does not know what game duel is, this is a website where you have to guess a game within a certain amount of guesses, similar to Wordle. And we will start with Snake. It is single player, and then not bird view. Okay. Not a mobile game. Easy. It depends on what game it gives you. Sometimes it's some random obscure game. Hollow Knight? It's not side view, so I can't send Hollow Knight. I feel like I want to do a source check. Not comedy, possibly indie, or it's adventure. And it's third person. No idea how this operates? Basically, every time you do a guess, it will say the things that correspond to that game, and if any match the game you're supposed to guess, it will change the color. So for example, since this is yellow, one of these genres is correct for the game it wants me to guess. Since this is green, it means that game mode is correct for the game it wants me to guess. And then the years always has arrows showing up or down. So we know the genre is either adventure or indie, or one of the genres is either one of the two, or it's both. Actually, no, it can't be both because I have both here. We know the theme is not comedy, so it's not a comedy kind of game. And we know the game is single player only, and it's released from 1998 to 2012. Oh, it could be both. Yeah, but missing something else. We know the game engine is not Source, Microsoft XNA, or something that has no data. Dark Sector? Is that a third-person game? We know the perspective has to be third person. Third person? Okay. Okay, it's not a shooter. Not in the Evolution engine. And it's one of these. I'm guessing probably action. What's the game released before 2007? Warcraft 3? What if I check for Blizzard? Warcraft 3 released around there, right? Gears of War? When did Gears of War release? Wait, Warcraft 3 stopped down, never mind. When did WoW release? I feel like WoW was later. Jack and Daxter? I feel like it wouldn't be that. It might be too obscure. Precursor? First game? I'll send it. That hit the genres. So it's a platforming game and it's adventure. So it's probably Mario or something. Actually, no, it can't be, because it was released on things that aren't the Switch. Is it a Shantae game? Beyond Good and Evil? When did that release? Oh wait, no, Shantae and Mario. That kind of game is side view, so it can't be that. I guess it would be Mario 64 if it was one. Do you say Nintendo? No. I could do Mario 64, but I feel like it won't be that, because that can't have released on things that aren't a Nintendo console. Yeah. I'll send this. Okay. Maybe I take a hint. It's a superhero game, open world action. So it's a platforming superhero game. What games fit that? Hulk? Is that open world? Spider-Man? Spider-Man feels like it would be the case. Which Spider-Man? Spider-Man 2? This one? Or Spider-Man 2 original? I guess it would be original. Correct franchise. So it is a Spider-Man game. It is a newer one, though. Oh, that's not considered a platformer? Ultimate Spider-Man? That was 2005. It is not that. Also not considered a platformer. So it was released in 2006 or 2007. That's part of the summary's broken. We have one more guess. So Spider-Man, let's pick one. We have Marvel's Spider-Man, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2 Original, Spider-Man 3. What if it's 3? Spider-Man Venom, Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, Ultimate Spider-Man. When did 3 come out? You try 3? It's none of the Marvel's ones, those are new. The only options are really these 3 then. I don't think it would be Venom. So that'd be Shattered Dimensions or 3. Shattered Dimensions was like 2010s? Okay, so it's probably 3. I'll send 3. It is. Nice. If the hint didn't land on that square, I don't think we would have gotten it. Because then we wouldn't have known it was the superhero one. Game delay not bad? Yeah, game delay's pretty fun. Alright, back to development. What's the trigger key? Control the food. Trigger, and then this. Are you ready to go on? Good night? Night, Bucky. Enjoy your sleep. So now instead of hiding, it should show the next dialogue line. Which is not showing the next dialogue line. Oh, that's part of rules. I didn't add a lines array. Okay, and now it's showing the line. over here, before it does the lines for the tutorial, I'm going to do a 3-second wait. And then in tutorial food stage, here, persistor.persist data in tutorial start will equal false. Okay, then start spawning the food. Nice. To slowly introduce the player to the concept of food. There should be no way to die, because you heal instantly. The 3-second wait I'll change to be a 2-second wait, because that was a bit too long. Once the score hits 10, yeah, once the score hits 10, I'll introduce the enemies in the tutorial again. Or should I do upgrades first? No, I won't introduce upgrades in the tutorial. I'll introduce the concept of circling around food. Or circling around... I'll do circling around rocks first. So it will spawn maybe 3 rocks. If I destroy one, it spawns another. Score on the back would definitely be hidden, so I'll get rid of that. So over in world, we're gonna have the score object. It starts hidden. Well, I guess I'll start it off with a modulate of color.transparent. And then on trigger.listen run start. On run start. Func on run start. This will set modulate equal to color.white. Is that I guess I'll fade it in. Tween equals create tween. Tween.tween property. Self modulate. Color.white over 0.5. And then in world, when an actual run starts, death screen is visible. Trigger start. I guess I could just listen for start. Unless I call that for the tutorial. I do not. Okay. Yeah, listen for that. Start, on start. Play this. And then the number should be hidden. Oh, it shows up still. Trigger start happens. Oh, yeah, it happens here. Okay. There we go. So now the number doesn't show. You don't have the score in the background. Snake goes out, ram into the wall. You can move around. Spawns food. And then what if I transition into the actual run there? I guess I'll do that for now until I finish the rest of the tutorial. Once the score hits 10. Maybe I'll do it on 5. On Funk, process. Do I have an on-score listener? I do. If score is greater than or equal to 10 and persistor.getValue in tutorial. Persistor.persistData in tutorial false. Hey Rico, welcome in. We're going to say we're not in the tutorial, and then we're going to trigger the actual run start. So that should show the number in the background once you reach 5 score. Let me... How are you? I'm doing good. I'm just working on my entry for the GMTK Jam. It's basically a snake kind of game. Except you're going to be able to create loops around objects to deal damage to them. There we go, now the number appears. And then as the number appears, we should hide the dialogue. Waiting it for the GMTK2, nice. Game is about loops. Makes sense considering that's the theme. Loop in the code. Yeah, that was a cool idea to take it. That's something I didn't want to do because I figured a lot of people do it. But it is a cool idea. I was thinking about coding, yeah. Have you been posting it in the GMTK Discord? Because I've seen one person posting about that. Making it Pico 8, nice. Okay, now we're in the core gameplay out of the tutorial. So enemies should start spawning. And there's one. We got a rock. Outpost today? Alright. Yeah, this is how the main gameplay looks like currently. You collect food. You got enemies spawning currently in this zone. We've got rocks. +1 subscriber, thank you. After the jam ends, I usually play games from the jam. So feel free to stop by and submit your game. How's it gonna work on the YouTube side? Usually it's only on Twitch, so I have a wheel that's connected to Twitch. I guess for YouTube, I'd have to manually add people to the wheel. But yeah, if you eat enough, you grow in size like I just did there, and then now I can eat the rocks and fences for more food. It's kind of like Katamari, that kind of game. Or the various grow larger as you eat things games. And there's also upgrades you can get. At the end of this zone, there's going to be a boss fight. It's not implemented yet, though. I love that idea. Yeah, it's great. I'm excited to have this complete. Okay. I think the tutorial is good to push now, because it transitions into the gameplay. So people can still test their stuff. What are all these errors? Never mind. Let me fix some of these. Can't set if point is disabled. That's not my code. On time step for segment in global player body parts if segment... Oh, is that because it went out of the tile map? This will have to fix. It's fine for now, though. Let me watch the logs. When do the errors appear? I'm probably going to push this and work on damage numbers. Yeah, they aren't appearing yet, so I think it's because I'm going off of the tile map. So that would have to be fixed. Maybe I'll touch that once the other coder goes to sleep, so that it's not interfering with them. Yeah, errors are still the same. I'll bash into some rocks to get some extra points. There we go. And now if I go off... Yeah, the errors go up. Okay, so that's the cause. So this is fun to push because I didn't touch that at all. It's not affecting the gameplay at all. It's looking quite good, thank you. I just added in a bit of tutorial system, and now I'm going to push that. You commit, add tutorial. Oh, there was work in the remote grant. This is from Big Boy Games. Upgrade icons and items for Zone 2, it looks like. Let's just set that out. Okay, now we're at the tutorial. I'll get into Zone 2 so I can see the new objects. The upgrade icons aren't populating because I haven't set that up yet. I guess I can do that next. Warning icon change. I'm probably going to add some polish to that to make it change size a bit. It's not just static there. Okay, now we've got the tier 2 item. Enemy is still normal. Well, I say normal. Enemy is still in the placeholder art. Pumpkin cart. And then berry bush. Okay, so that's all the Zone 2 art. It all looks good. Oh, there's a bit of lag. Oh, and then the terrain around here changed. Is there a fence around it? There's not. There is the next level. Okay, to test this, I'm going to make you need 100 score, 150 score for this, and then we'll do 300 for the next one. Okay, so we get to 30 again. Should be easy if I just destroy the rocks once they start appearing. Just one. I wonder what's lagging it. Okay, now we're in this zone. We can eat the fences. And then I need one more thing to spawn. There we go. Then we got this zone, which doesn't map correctly to the camera. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a temporary camera. This will be at a zoom level of 0.5. The center is 640 divided by 2 and 360 divided by 2. And now I can cut out the portion that is not in that. Is there a way to just move it? I guess not. Yeah, I'll recreate it then. Tile map. It's best way to make it lined up. So why can I barely see? Okay, there's a grid base. Over here, we've got starts up there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's 12, 12 over. That's still moving to get this, and then cut all this out. Okay, I think the bottom layer was moved over a bit. It was not. Oh, no, the camera's the one that's moved over. Okay. Got it. So the camera base starts a bit on that tile. This one is the opposite. Maybe once it's moved over, it's fine. Let's get rid of this camera. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles. Oh, but it's not done properly. Okay, I'm gonna have to move the back layer over a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 pixels from the line. This is 4 pixels from the line. So it should be good. The issue is, why is this weird now? Oh, I guess because of the camera CRT effect. Okay, I see. Now here... we've got 6 and a bit, 6 and most of it, and then 6 and not most of it still. So it has to be moved that way. The issue is it then doesn't line up. How wide is this? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27? So that's why it doesn't line up. What if I move it 6 over? Regardless, I think I'm going to go into here, camera, and then instead of the center being 324, do 320. Oh, but then I'm gonna have to change the snake grid. Okay, no, this would be 324 still. This would be moved back. So that's fine again. I'll disable the tutorial. And then in world, where I increase the size, it's going to increase after 1 score. Okay, now here. How is this going to be dealt with? So when I increase in size, I stay on the same tile. So theoretically, if I stay here, that would be the center of this. So that would be moved 12 over. No, it would be... like this? Yeah. And when it's the one below, it's on the line. Yeah, this lines up. Okay. And then this is 6 on this side, 7 on that side. And then 3 top, 3 below. How much shows in this? That shows the edges there. So let's do one more. I guess that'll be the end, and then one more on top. All the way around. And then time map overlay 2 is going to have to be lined up. This is further up to the right. There we go. So that lines up. Time map overlay 2. A copy of visibility. Make it fully visible so I can do stuff with it. Then delete the ones that go out of bounds. Paste the transparency. And if I play, how does that look? Like this. I feel like it's fine. Maybe I can do one more. I'll leave it like this for now. And then time map layer 3. How's this even going to line up? Like this. I get rid of the overlay parts. Oh no, that's for that. I'll line up to the grid first. Okay, like that. Then I need to move this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is he moved over more? And then the center expands. Nice. That is not centered though. So this has Links there. It's 1 and a lot on top, 1 and a lot on the bottom. So that has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Like this. Then we've got one's there, one's here. I feel like this is correct. And the overlay has to be aligned. I'll deal with the overlay after. Maybe check if the cam is fine. So if it's doubling the size, it'll probably be 6. It's greater than 4. It does the third one. It's like this. Okay, that gets the sides fine. Not the top and bottom though. This is 4 up, so I'll do 4 down. Okay, then I can see that's 4 up, and then it cuts off there. Let's do one more line here. Okay, and then to make overlay a line. Actually, somewhat aligns. Just move it a bit over there. There we go. Now paste the opacity, and it's good. Alright, that seems good. Let's score back 30, 150. What was the other thing I changed? I know I changed one other thing. Oh, right, the tutorial. Get status, git add everything, git commit, fix tile map sizes.
Working alone on this, I am working with a bunch of other
Here,
people.
let me
We've got
flip chip stream.
3 programmers. We've got 2 artists and 2 sound designers. So it's a pretty big size.
Where the heck's the music
team.
system?
I've done jams in the past with like really big team sizes, and I think it just depends on the people you're with. I mean, sometimes with a big team, it can like, I mean, it depends on how motivated people are. I was on push change tile maps to main. Okay, cool. I'll check that out. I was on a team one time in university with like a bunch of people. It was like 8 or 9 people, and it was frustrating because a lot of people just kind of didn't do anything. So really, it was like me and one other person that did anything. But this has gone way better. It seems like
I have chip stream open just to see if there's any merge conflicts.
But that's always like the worry with doing like a really big team size. Sometimes
Actually, I'll mute it until
it doesn't always necessarily correlate directly to like.
What can I work on now? I guess the death numbers. Well, not death numbers. Damage numbers. That's what I meant to say. So when you deal damage to an enemy, it spawns in a number on the amount of damage you dealt. Okay, you pulled.
Discard that. Actually, doesn't matter. I'll just pull. Also, IRAD, welcome in. I have an idea in my brain just to practice. Duplicate a simple navigate a level of gravity and simple spaceship controls. Yeah. I would recommend that, yeah. That's another good way to learn, too, when you're starting out, is just kind
For damage numbers... I guess I'll just spawn it from the enemy object. That makes the most sense. Maybe I can do some other thing for the food.
out like they do in Starground, so it's probably not super necessary to do that, but oh, there we go. That's looking good now. Yeah, the tiles here are still it's a little funny there, but I think this is better though. They're like the right physical size now, so that's good. But yeah, the segments in this, they don't ever separate apart, so I don't think we need to do the line 2Ds. Whoa! We got like the tutorial stuff.
Let's see how he goes through the tutorial.
Greetings, my child. Nom nom. This is cool. This really helps tie, I think, the game together. Although, that's one thing that's maybe a little bad is I kind of get completely hidden when I'm behind the text. I think what would be good in that case is if we just have a check that if we have the head segment underneath our chat window, it kind of goes semi-transparent so we can still see where the snake is. But it's a good start, though.
That's actually a good idea. I'll implement that.
Spent the entire first day the player main mechanic. That's probably what you should do, though, honestly. Yeah, is just focusing on like the base mechanics and players and stuff. So that's probably good.
There's an ad break going. I'll start to set up template to stop during the ad break.
Ooh, I can't talk. Incremental game where you need to build a track, train track, and gather the required amount of passengers each loop. That's cool. Yeah. I always love train games. There's a lot of cool concepts you can do with train. I think that's one of the reasons why train got picked for the Dana Jam that we did. Because there's so many different games you can make based off of train. Zone 1 is 27 wide, so not even. Okay. I'm totally fine tweaking the camera resolution and stuff so that it is even. Because it's going to make it way easier for us to kind of make the other tile maps line up and stuff. But yeah, this is already way better. Just the fact that I'm now aligned on the proper tile. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it sort of lines up like this even if it's not even.
Yeah, I mean, it still does line up, so I think it's fine. One thing I was thinking of doing, actually, as a possibility, I don't know if it would... I'm not vertically aligned properly on the tiles here. I don't know if that's... I think that's an issue. But then I am kind of aligned on the third one. But not really. It looks like vertically I'm not aligned. And then horizontally I am on the third one. So horizontally on third one I'm aligned, but vertically not. And then on the second one, vertically I am, but horizontally I'm not. So I have to tweak that.
Was that the case?
I'm not sure what we're going to need to do to make that all line up properly. I mean, we just need this tile set to... I mean, the player is always on the same grid, so I think we can get it working. We just need to, like, map that internal grid for the player to the positions of the tile maps. It should be okay. Oh, it's got some grow and eat everything vibe. Yeah, that's kind of the idea, is that, like, you kind of move up in tiers as you eat more food. So...
Move that over there, and then make some tasks.
Good. Yeah, I still got to do some tweaking on the tile map stuff.
Make dialogue box transparent if head is behind.
But
Partially
the
transparent.
sizes of the tile maps are better, so that's good. Seems like they kind of map to the extents of the screen properly now. Also, we should start working on the boundaries for the other tiers, because that's something that... Well, I know that we need sprites for that, so I'll go ahead and get started on that. I think for the first tier, it's wood fence. Maybe for the next tier,
partially
kind
transparent.
of like a... Like, sort of like a small brick wall thing. And then for the final tier, it'd be like a big castle wall, you know? So, I think that could look cool.
What was the other thing?
And then I guess for the ultimate final tier, maybe it's
Line
just
up tile maps.
like the moat. I know you mentioned a moat. I wasn't sure how you wanted that to.
We could not.
Integrated.
The moat was
Where did you mention that again?
in the level itself, not border. We could cut that out though.
Moat.
So in this, we've got lineup tile maps. Let's be enhancements. I assign myself to it so that nobody else takes it.
Bridges or jump. Oh, moat is in the level itself, not the border. Okay. I do think that's cool, but I do start to maybe worry a little bit about feature creeping, because we are getting closer to, you know, the end of the jam. So I don't think now is a good time to add in more ideas, probably.
Yeah.
It would be cool, but yeah, probably cut that. I just don't know if that would be a good idea or not. I don't know if you guys do like post-jam versions of your games or not. But that could be like a post-jam kind of thing if we are doing that. Okay. I'm just getting there. I do like the color patterning. We got like, you know, green, red, gray. Then the last one's gonna be like sort of like a more white brick.
The dialog box.
It's usually planned out, but there's a bunch of the backlog right now. Okay.
Make enemies
Whoa.
snap to the zone 2 grid properly.
Yeah, what's going on with these errors, by the way? Is this something that you were working on, or is this it's A star?
Oh, it's because you're off the zone 1 grid related to enemies.
Player.body parts. Oh, okay.
Make enemies snap to
zone 1 grid. Okay.
2 grid properly.
Makes more sense. Whoa.
Great issue. Put that over here.
All right, we are definitely getting there. And also we're finally there with Starground also. So I think I'm gonna finally put up the experimental build so you guys can actually use the new conveyors. I think everything's looking good so far. You're able to
Okay. I'm probably going to draw the wizard sprites myself. Do you have any changes currently? I don't. Okay, so the things I want to do, we've got the transparency there, we've got the damage numbers, and then the other parts of the tutorial. I'll leave the tutorial for later, until we get the actual circling system in. For now, I will do damage numbers. So into the enemy one. Well, actually, first I'll create a scene. This would be a user interface. It will be damage number. Instead of user interface, this would be a text, rich text label. The theme will be the theme. The text will be 0 to start. And then I'll put it over here. It's now an enemy. We'll get a reference to that. That's not what I wanted. Damage number. Why am I dragging enemy? There we go. When it takes damage, it's going to spawn this. Ready void. Generate fences if needed. Process. Wait, this is not enemy. That's why I was confused. So we're going to take damage. We're going to var new number equals damage number dot instantiate. new number dot position equals position, and then add sibling new number. And then over in world, I'll copy this, paste it up here. Okay, I'll collect these, get to the enemies, and then spawn damage number, hopefully. Okay, so now there should be an enemy spawning. Okay, it heard it. It did not spawn in the number. We go to enemies. Is there an enemies object? There's wave manager. Which text label? This is 641 360 size. Position 84 132. Why is the size so big? Move that over here, and then increase the size. I will disable the tutorial for now. Get 210, get an upgrade. Oh yeah, I also have to populate the upgrade icons. Now we should be getting an enemy. There we go. The size is normal. Position is not normal. What happened to the position? Oh, it's because of the starting position? It's different? Okay, what I have to do is I have to add a rich text label as a child, make this a control, enable BB code, center it, do 0. And then the position of this will be 0, 0, and this will be offset now. And that should be good. Oh, we got 2 raids at once. GMTK Games and Bitlytic. Thank you for the raids. Welcome in. How's your streams? I'm currently working on a game for the GMTK Game Jam. You can see in the background here, it's kind of like Snake. Enemies spawn in occasionally as well, though, and then you can damage them. And then once you get into higher zones, the enemies start getting more complex, like they move towards you and stuff. Got raid mogged. Meowdy. Let me shout out Impura first, since that was the first raid here. Follow. There you go. So what are you both doing? Also doing GMTK or working on something else? Big Boy Games, thank you for the raid. Triple raid. Welcome in everybody from Big Boy Games. Both working on GMTK together, nice. Big Boy Games is another member of my team for GMTK. One of the artists. Has the tutorial stuff going right now? I've stopped doing tutorial for now, past what I've pushed to main. And now I'm adding in damage numbers. So when you deal damage to an enemy, it would spawn in a number saying how much damage you dealt. It is not in yet, though. Okay, can I shout out? No, shout out Bitlytic. I need to wait 60 seconds before giving another shout out. Alright. I've been building up the to-do list more. So we got 9 in the backlog, 8 in the to-do now for coding tasks. I'm going to try to finish a bunch of them tonight. What's the main connection to the theme? Basically, you can create a loop with your body, and then anything within the loop would take damage. So you can eat things to grow your size, and then once you get large enough, you can start making loops. So say, like over here, the loop system is semi-implemented currently. Well, there's a temporary solution I added in while we wait for actual looping. So the temporary solution is you can just do a loop near it. So if I do a loop here, you can see the bananas will disappear. If I can actually line it up right. There we go. The bananas disappeared because I dealt damage to them. The fruit's really pretty, yeah. That's by Big Boy Games. Really good pixel artwork. There's an upgrade system there. The upgrades don't do anything yet, though. And then get enough score. So you can see there's rocks now. And if you eat enough, you can grow and I can start eating the fences, which were trapping me before. I can drop a crazy wizard guy? Oh yeah, you can do it as well. I was gonna draw it, but you could. Is there a specific resolution for that sprite? Let me get it. It is 96 by 128. My current test one. Welcome back, Rico. But yeah, with the wizard, there's different emotions. I posted the game, nice. Let me get the emotions I have right now. Where's the text? Oh yeah, so we got celebration. wave, normal, and then worried. That's all the emotions I have right now. Can you play later? Probably not, since I'm focusing solely on doing development work right now. But I can play it after the gym is over. Something I noticed is the dialogue stop between is wrong. Where do I fade it out? Here? Yeah. So instead of this, it should be here, and then back to plus 75. And then it will be the dialogue box first, and then the avatar. Okay, he's gonna spawn food. Oh yeah, another thing I need art for is the actual dialogue box. I was gonna do it, but then I realized I don't really know what UI style you're going for. Okay, that goes out. Nice. Maybe I'll make it go out slower. I think it's fine for now. Back to damage numbers. So the damage numbers aren't actually spawning. Do I just set global position? I shouldn't need to. I'll do it to test. Damage number. Number dot global position equals global position. We'll test that out. Okay, get up to 10. Oh yeah, I guess, did I shout out Bitlytic? No, I didn't, because there was the cooldown. So let me do a shout out to Bitlytic, because I also want to follow. Just for the raid for earlier. I have to go into their streams later, check them out. We got objects over here, we can deal damage to them. It does not spawn a damage number still. Where is the damage number? Damage number. Position is 668, 432? I have to do minus 640, minus 320, or minus 360. And that puts it over in the top corner, so that's not what I want. So how would I get it on the rock? Minus half? Minus 320, minus 180. There we go, okay. That does it. Just theoretically I have to do minus 320, minus 180 here. Is it doing that because it's anchored to the top left? I don't know, but this should be good. They're eating some food. I need to get back up to 10 so I can spawn more rocks. And once I confirm this works, I'll start actually moving to the damage number position. So we got a rock spawning. I'll do a loop. And damage number spawns. Nice. Loop over here, and then it spawns over there. So we got those now. Next up is going to be doing a new script, damage number, bunk, ready. For tween equals create tween, tween.tween property is going to tween position X, and it's also going to tween position Y. Position X will be, I guess I'll do Y first. Position Y will go up. When it's going up, it will set ease to ease out. Set transformation to transformation quad. They'll go up by 20 over 0.5, and that is as relative. Now we're going to do a tween 2. And that would be position X. And that will be Randy range from minus 20 to 20. Over 0.5. As relative. Over here, it will then go back down to the original position on Y. Then there's also going to be a, I guess I can add it to tween 2. In tween 2, after we tween position X, we can tween self, modulate to color.transparent over 0.5, and then tween 2, tween callback, funk, and this will, actually, this won't even need funk. I'll just queue free. So it will destroy itself. How does that look? around, get the bananas. Get that. Enemy spawns in. Deal damage to it, and then damage number should spawn. There we go. It is going the wrong direction. This should also swap to ease in afterwards. This would be minus 20 into 20. Unpause. I'm definitely going to do X the entire time. Okay, so this will change to 1. I need a third twin. This will set a delay of 0.5. There we go. I think that's good. And then I can commit that. Get status, get add everything, get commit, add damage numbers. Oh, I didn't actually add the value. Never mind. Let me do that real quick. Var value equals 0. Get a reference to the label. Label.text equals center. And that gets value populated into it. So now when I spawn in the damage number, we're going to do new number dot value equals value. And that spawns with the correct value. Okay. Now git add everything, git commit, add damage number values. Git push to origin main. Alright, that seems fine. I'll check that off the to-do list. Dialogue box, partially transparent. Control indicators. Enemy snap into the zone 2 grid. So I could do the dialog box. The issue is, how am I going to detect that? I guess I can just see what the position of the snake is. And then call a function in the dialog. I guess that's the easiest way to do it. Let's do that. Assign to me. Then we're going to get dialog. Of our transparency tween. Add new functions. This would be func Actually, this will be listening from the trigger. So let me go over here. elif data dot trigger equals distant train horn. There's a train in the distance over there. I'm assuming that train is not headed in this direction, though. How am I going to name this? I'll just do transparent dialogue. If transparency tween dot kill, transparency tween equals create tween property, self modulate, or it can't be self, it has to be text box, modulate color dot from HSP. Oh, but I have to do the alpha as well. From string. This is going to be train's heading here, but leaves like 10 minutes later. This, and then I'll do 6 for the transparency. That'd be over 0.5. GPU argument, is it hex? Yeah, it's hex. Can I pass a value type string as int? Oh, it wants 0x. Fair enough. Copy that. Data trigger equals. So we got transparent dialogue, and then we got visible dialogue or opaque, and then this will be color.white. So over here in snake, we then check the position. That has to be on move. Here. Time step, move snake. If current head position is greater than 400 and persister dot get value in tutorial, it's going to trigger transparent dialogue. I'm going to do an if check of only this first, then do a check here. Maybe I do a persister for that instead. Persister dot persist data this true. Oh, the issue is it's 2 different keys. I can deal with that. I'll make it the same key. And persister get value, transparent, dialogue. And not persistor, get value, transparent, dialogue. LF. If it is transparent dialogue, it sets to false. Invalid operands vector to an int. So this has to be a y. Now over in the dialog system. This is going to be if data dot value. So if it is setting it to be transparent, it does this. Otherwise, it does this. All right, how does that look? So if I go down, it does not hide. Just to call it all. It doesn't call. Okay. That's interesting. What, you're making snake? Yeah, basically. Snake, except you can also make loops to deal damage to enemies. Oops, this is the theme? Yeah. Okay, so position only goes down to 360. That's why it's not firing. So this has to be 250. And then that becomes transparent, and then becomes untransparent when you go out of it. It looks good. In dialogue, I might set it to be like 8.8. Okay, I like that. I will commit that. Git add everything, git commit, add transparency to dialogue when you go behind. Git push origin main. And then I will check that off. Here, close. Alright, what else do I want to work on? Enemies snapping to the zone 2 grid properly. Don't think anybody else is working on that. Control indicators, I won't do that yet. Spawn direction. And the bugs. Oh, hey Hypnotic, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How's your stream? What were you doing today? Was fun? Nice. I'm currently doing work on my game for the GMTK Jam. Let me boot it up. We are jamming, yeah. So I got the game in the background here. I worked on adding in a tutorial system this stream. You can see right here. Ruben bugs my behavior tree. Nice. This game is basically Snake, except you can create loops around things to deal damage to them as well. And then there's enemies trying to attack you. I just added a system where if you go behind the dialogue, it becomes a bit transparent. So if I eat enough food here, it will go out of tutorial mode, and now we're in the actual game. If I hit 10, there we go. We level up, and then you can choose an upgrade out of 3 different upgrades. The spiritual successor to Snake we've all been waiting for. So I can choose an upgrade here. None of them do anything yet. That will have to be added. And then now enemies will start spawning in. So in this zone, the only enemy is going to be rocks. So you can see one spawned in just behind me there. And if you run into it, you take damage. Except if I make a loop around the rock, like over here, you deal damage to it. I can do that again to deal more damage. Snake roguelike? Yeah. I need to do a smaller loop. I'm not large enough for large ones. And then there's one more aspect if I eat enough food. So once I get to 30, it will happen. There we go. We grow in size and go to the second zone, which is orange here. And now we have larger items spawning, and we can eat the fence that was trapping the snake before. And then if you eat enough again, you go into zone 3, which is a gray kind of zone. Snake and Katamari mixed? Yeah. Is it going to be a final boss mongoose? There is going to be a final boss. I don't believe it's a mongoose. And then there would be a zone 4 after this. It's not implemented yet, though. You saying it could be a mongoose? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not the one making the bosses. Well, what the bosses are. That is up to the art team. It should be a mongoose. I'll put a word in to make it a mongoose. It would have to be a giant mongoose. It'd be a mongoose if it could and should be a mongoose. I guess I'll implement the upgrade art since that got made. So we got some icons here. So I'll drag these into the parts folder. Upgrades. This will have an images folder. And then now we'll have these. Damage. Dash. Healing. Regeneration. And max health. So now in the upgrade. In the level card. got the image under icon and icon 2. I'm gonna get rid of the icons object. And then in ready, icon.texture is going to be data images data.key, and then same for icon 2. So now that should show the proper icon for your upgrades. Let me get back over to there. In the tutorial, if you ram into the wall instantly, it tells you how to move around and then cancels out of what it was going to do, and then goes back into the next segment. Okay, level up, and then we got the icons. Nice. We're going to get type here. And then here, I'll do a type. It'll just be upgrade for all of them. Actually, no, dash will be ability. This seems to work well. I'm going to commit that. Get status, git add everything. Git commit. I want to add upgrade icons to upgrade cards or to level cards. Git push origin main. And that is now in. Alright. What else on the task list? I'll do snapping, I guess. So that's pretty basic in terms of something that needs to be done. Or something that is core to the gameplay. And that will also fix this. Inconsistent damage. Climb to your body from the left or right sides oftentimes lets no damage, whereas collisions from above or below have a higher likelihood of registering damage. It registers damage if you don't... I'll have to test that, but it's probably because a loop is being made. Probably due to a loop being made when it didn't occur. Thank you for the follow. So I'll open these two, assign them to myself. They are the same issue. And then over here. So how is the enemies working on the grid right now? tilemap.tileset.tilesize.y. So it gets a tile map. And then moves along it. Why not just move position? Why would it move the tile map? Oh, because it pathfinds. I'll just make it have 4 different tile maps, 1 for each zone. And then it gives a certain tile map to a certain enemy based on what zone the enemy is. Var tile map 1. Var tile map 2. Var tile map 3. And var tile map 4. Oh, the issue might be it won't be able to pathfind anymore. Oh no, it should be fine. So where is globals.tilemap being set? Here. Globals.tilemap equals tilemap. There's gonna be an ad break in a sec. While the ads are going, I'm going to set up the base of the 4 tile maps. And then we can actually start doing work with them afterwards. It's a good song. There we go. Equals tile map. Okay, so that's here. Grid base zone 1, grid base zone 2. Double scale. And that's going to be moved to line up with the main zone 2 tile map. There you go. Oh, it's the opposite pattern over there. You kind of have to do this style of dragon. Okay, I get that. And then on ready var tile map 1 equals grid base zone 1. Tile map 2 is grid base zone 2. Pathfinder set up a star tile map. Okay, this should be fine. Do I use this again? I do. Oh yeah, because that's used to actually check tiles. So I can't do this. Welcome back everybody from the ads. How am I going to handle this? I could just destroy everything on the previous zone, but I don't want to do that. Maybe we'll have to. I'll leave this for now. I'm going to go into world. And then where the tile map handles the size increase. Where does it handle size increase? Here. They will also have to be moved over. Tile map dot position minus equal vector 2. So it's going from this top left to this top left. The distance between that. How am I going to measure this? Maybe 0, 0, minus 12, minus 12? There's no way that's correct. Yeah. It's minus 12, minus 12, but also... $288. 144. 288, 144. And minus 12, minus 12. 288 plus 12. 144 plus 12. If data dot value equals 2, then it will be minus this. If data.value equals 1, position will equal vector 2.0. That should scale properly. I have to remove this. In world, I'm going to make it instantly go up. And hide the tutorial. So this will be 1. Play. Fair range. Maybe I can decrease the cooldown to test that out. That's 0.03, 0.05. Play. Okay, that's still only spawning, so the position change didn't do anything. Is it because I compared it to an integer? So I increase size. It did not print out to... Oh, because I'm filtering it. It did print it out. Okay. So timeout position doesn't do anything. New for position, global's tile map to local, target cell. Get you cells to pick random. Get you cells to pick random. What is the function? A function is essentially just a block of code that you can make happen repeatedly. So say I define a function called print a, and then make it print a. I can then call that multiple times to make that happen multiple times. There's errors there. Ignore those errors though, but. And that's useful if you have a large block of code you want to call up many times. In this case, it doesn't really matter because it's one line, but say there was like 50 lines I want to call at multiple points. Okay, so the position should work. Why did the position not work? So it does expand. It does set it to my... No, the scale still works. Because, yeah, they're not spawning overlapped with each other. They're all in the grid. And it goes out of the grid. This target cell. Map to local target cell. Returns the centered position of a cell in the tile map's local coordinate space. But I guess I could set the position here to fix it. That feels like not a great solution, though. Can't set a point disabled, point this out of bounds. So it's saying it's out of bounds. Interesting. I might give up on this for now, and then come back to it. Because that might take a while. I will stash it. There we go. Alright, what else do I want to work on? There's the pause menu. It's going to be an extra, so I won't work on it. I guess there's the upgrades. And spawning bullets. I do bullets. Since that still hasn't been done yet. Okay, so for this, we're going to get a new scene. This would be a 2D scene. Bullet. So have a sprite. The sprite for now will have a test texture of an egg. The bullet will be an area 2D. It will have a collider. Bullet script, bar target node, or I guess it's going to go to the closest enemy. Maybe I'll just make it go to the first enemy for now. It's going to have a target node. If target node is null, it will change to go to a different target node. Flunk get target node. pass for now. And then func process. Position equals I want to do the move. I could do a tween. That might mess up because the enemy position will be changing. I guess first of all, I have to see if not is instance valid target node. Get target node. And I'll just queue free for now. Queue free will be the behavior if there's no enemies it can find. And for now, I'll just do position plus equals the direction. So from target node minus position, target node dot position minus position dot normalized times delta, and I'll do times 10. So I'll go towards the enemy. Maybe the best way to handle this is with an array of the enemies pass through globals. And then for now, I'll just take the 0th index, but it would take the index of the smallest distance. The other alternative would be doing a raycast, but I don't need to do a raycast. So in globals, but I need to maintain that. I guess if it finds an enemy that's not valid, it will remove it from the array. Or maybe I'll do cleanup elsewhere. For enemies equals array. In warning, when it spawns an enemy, here, it's going to do globals.enemies.pushback new enemy. And then bullet, it's going to be for enemy in globals.enemies if is instance valid enemy target node equals enemy return. Then if it doesn't find one, it queue frees. And on ready, it will call that. Okay, so over here in Snake, oh, thank you for the follow. And here we're going to see elif target is in group food. Is there another group that I did perform action with? Food, egg, and enemy. our target dot is in group egg, we'll create a new bullet. New bullet dot position is going to be target dot position. And we are going to add a sibling of new bullet. I need a reference to that. Thank you for the follow. Then here, we're going to go until the enemy starts spawning. Maybe I'll do a circle before then to see if it handles that properly. Okay, yeah, it just disappears and does not create the bullet. So now we have to get to 10, so enemy starts spawning. How are you? Doing good? Are you also participating in GMTK? Okay, enemies are gonna start spawning, nice. Enemies are gonna start spawning now. I'm gonna need to circle around a piece of food here. It becomes a bullet. Bullet goes towards the rock. That's moving very slowly. Okay, so that seems to work. And now if I go over here, area entered. If area equals target node, then area dot take damage 5, and then we'll queue free this. On area entered. If area dot is we've been trained. I was never here if you say so. It's weird how the train's still working now, even though it's been active for a while. If it wasn't working the other time. If area is in group, player? No. Yeah, player. Or head. Then do this. So now the enemy should take damage. To get there quicker, I'm going to disable the tutorial. Okay, we reached 10. Level up. Then enemy should spawn. There it is. I send a bullet at it. And then that does not deal damage to it, apparently. Why is that not taking damage? On area entered, if area equals target node. Does that not work? Godot, check if a variable is... Check if two variables are pointing to the same node. Yeah, it's just equals. Right? It should just be equals. What if I just check name? Okay, enemy spawns in, fire a bullet. And it still is not dealing damage. An area entered. Enemy is an area. Let's see if this fires at all. You get an ability, go down. Enemy spawns in, fire a bullet at it. Just area 2D, and then enemy. So it's saying the name is enemy. It's also saying the area's name is area 2D. Over here we've got one enemy called enemy, and then area 2D at 263. So for some reason it doesn't actually collide with it. Does it collide with 263? No. The word damage is printed out. Where do I print that? Oh, in the vignette. Okay. This is weird. I make this printout position instead. And if I fire a bullet, and it goes over there, and intersects. Yeah, it's the same position. Okay. What is IRD? Turn the object's IRD. Resources unique identifier. Okay. What if I do that, and then I do that for target node as well? And then spawn some bullets, make them go over there. It is a different RID. Did somebody change the interaction map? They did. That's why. There we go. So over here. I'll create a bullet that fires at an enemy. Over there. It does not deal damage to it. Guess this is again with the change here. Now enemy's going to spawn. I fire a bullet at it. Bullet intersects and deals damage. Nice. So that now works. I'm going to increase speed again to 200. And I guess I'll do polish on the warning sign now, because I was going to do that. And then tween callback. Var tween 2 equals create tween. Tween 2 dot set loops forever. And that's going to change the scale. Set ease in out. Set transformation to quad. That's going to go to a 2.1 times 0.9. And then back to 1. It's gonna go over here. I'm gonna get enemy spawn in. Can deal damage to that. Bullet spawn in, can deal damage to the enemy. There we go. The warning sign seems fine. I'm gonna commit this. And re-enable the tutorial. Probably real quick, I'll add Boolean to world. Starts on false. And not disable tutorial. So by default, it should show the tutorial. Yeah. And if I go to world and enable that, it should have no tutorial. There we go. Git commit. Or do I still have a print? No. Add bullet. Check that off here. And then do a new one. Make bullets go towards the closest enemy. I'm gonna send myself to that. Okay. I think that's good for now. I'm probably gonna end stream here, go to sleep. There's still 1 day and 14 hours left. There's still lots of time. By the end of day 3, I want to get most of the gameplay done. The only thing that probably wouldn't be able to be done is the bosses. We'll see who is live. Anybody doing GMTK? Astray Ray is live. Anybody else? Not really. Okay, we can go into Astray Ray. Just check the last tag. Sometimes people use GMTK 2025 instead of the other two. Or we go into Psychotic Games. No, I'll go into Astray. Okay. Slash raid Astray Ray. Thanks everyone, stop by hanging out. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, likely, unless I have to last minute crunch, which I don't think would be the case. I should be streaming again tomorrow, and I'll be streaming on Sunday, playing games from the jam. Same with Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you made a game, if you're making a game for GMTK, feel free to stop by, submit it. If you're subbed, you have the sub chicken, which I put into chat. If you're not subbed, you have the non-sub chicken. Which I'll put into chat. There we go. And I will see you all later.